Right, you're welcome. Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka has tabled a 2017 agreement with Orange Party's Raila Odinga as the reference document for coalition talks with the Azimio la Umoja movement. The 2017 accord provided that Odinga would stand down for Wiper leader in 2022, whether or not he won the election. In a press statement issued on Tuesday, Musyoka said he was ready and willing to lead the One Kenya Alliance (OKA) in negotiations with Azimio on the basis of the 2017. He separately negotiated away from the National Super Alliance. Millicent Makoha reports.
Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka on Tuesday, March 1st, made public the secret memorandum of understanding (MOU) that he and Orange Democratic Movement Party leader Raila Odinga signed during the formation of the National Super Alliance (NASA).
Based on the NASA deal between, and I'm just quoting it as it was written, it does therefore doesn't mean I do not regard my brother as officially and commonly referred to, but this is between Mr. Raila Amolo Odinga and Mr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, dated the 30th April 2017.
Under the deal, Raila promised to support Kalonzo's presidential bid in 2022 regardless of whether NASA would win the 2017 general election.
Nature, this document was a secret document. But it starts by saying this memorandum is a binding legal agreement between the parties. And the parties have been explained. And I've highlighted the paragraph which reads, "The commitments made herein shall bind Principle H, read Raila, and Principle Q, read Kalonzo Musyoka, in both the 2017 and 2022 elections. By this agreement, the parties agree that Principle H will be NASA's presidential nominee, and that Principle Q will be his running mate. And then, most importantly, this agreement will remain valid until the 2022 elections, whether or not NASA wins the 2017 presidential elections." Please underline the words, whether or not we won the elections.
The Wiper leader explained that although they had agreed to keep the MOU secret, he was forced to go public for the sake of clarifying his stand in the ongoing negotiation for the Azimio presidential candidate.
I've been compelled to release the above document in order to answer in part some of the criticism that has been leveled against me, to wit, and I quote, "the indecisive kingmaker."
He noted that he had tried twice to have Professor Makau Mutua convene a meeting between him and Raila in order to deliberate on the deal that was allegedly breached. The US-based Kenyan lawyer was reported to have been the one who drafted the MOU.
In releasing this document, it is imperative to mention that I've tried twice to have Professor Makau Mutua convene a meeting between me and my brother, Honorable Raila Odinga, in his capacity as the depository of this most important document. On his part, Professor Makau stands in breach of his obligation under the agreement, since he has already joined Honorable Raila Odinga's campaign team.
The Wiper leader explained that the alleged breach was the reason he skipped the ODM National Delegates Conference in DC, noting that his presence would have been to acquiesce to the legally binding agreement.
Attending the ODM Delegates Conference, at which my brother was named a presidential flag bearer, would have meant on my part acquiescence of the impugned breach. I wish, therefore, to state as follows. My brother has the option of abiding by the terms of this live legal agreement live binding legal agreement and thereby emerging, in my view, as a true national, regional, and indeed continental democratic hero, or he has the option of choosing to act in utter defiance and repudiation of the agreement and thereby compounding the trust deficit.
He noted that President Uhuru Kenyatta played a key role in the negotiations between him and Raila in the proposed Azimio Oka Grand Coalition.
But President Uhuru Kenyatta is within his rights to support. But of course, I don't know why you say I'm relying. It's not, I think you overdo it, Dave. I'm over-relying. I'm not over-relying. We just negotiating going forward. And I'm quite sure President Uhuru will also be at liberty to change his mind.
He added that he will not agree to any more secret agreements and would insist on structured negotiations, where he committed to grand coalition bringing together ODM, Jubilee and Wiper.
In both cases, Honorable Raila Odinga remains a brother with whom I've labored in absolute good faith to bring true democratic change to our country. It's already publicly expressed, I'm ready to work with him again under the three-pillar grand coalition government for the sake of our nation. I urge that we engage in fresh negotiations. I urge that as we engage in fresh negotiations, this document forms the basis of such negotiation.
Leader affiliated to Raila have in the past referenced the 2017 MOU, but insisted that it will not be valid since some of the parties had left NASA.
What options? You want me to put all my cards on the table? Bwana.
A similar deal had been made between Raila and Kalonzo in 2013, but was overtaken by events as it had not specified what would happen if ODM candidate did not win the 2013 presidential race.
Actually, I pity my friends who left me for Kenya Kwanza, yeah, Madividi and Weta. They told me in 2017, sisi tumekubali ni Raila. You as his running mate, whatever mutakubaliana ni yenu. So I went ahead and negotiated this very important legal binding document. So when I saw Weta getting thrown out as the minority deputy or the minority leader in the Senate, and then he said that these things would be nasty, what is it? Messy. The divorce would be nasty, messy. I could understand. These are my friends.
Kalonzo also dispelled that the deal involved the former NASA principals comprising of ANC party leader Musalia Mudavadi and his Ford Kenya counterpart Moses Wetangula, affirming that the deal was struck separately.
We're going to see a different Stephen Kalonzo.
For Maisha Prime News, Maisha Television, I'm Millicent Makoha.